Again, I hope that we all had an awesome spring break and we feel rested and ready to get back to work. For our handwriting today, we are going to go over our nouns and our verbs. Now, this is something that we talked about, I think, all the way back in August or September, but it's something that we work with every single day. You are always going to see nouns, you are always going to see verbs, and really, you can't write a sentence or read a sentence without having a noun or verb. So, to begin our homework today, we are just going to quickly go over what our nouns are and what our verbs are. So, nouns. What is a noun? A noun is a person, a place, or a thing. I bet that all of this is starting to come back to you and you are remembering everything we worked on in the beginning of school. So, a person, place, or thing. When we think about nouns, there are also two types of nouns. We can have an improper noun and a proper noun. When we think about an improper noun, that I'm in this middle part right here, an improper noun is not specific. So it's not just one thing. And it's not the name of a person, a place, or a thing. So some examples would be dog, cat, mom, dad, store. If I say dog, it's not a specific dog. You don't know exactly what dog I'm talking about. It's not the name of the dog. If I say dad, well, that's not the name of a dad. That's not the dad's name. It's not specific. Those are improper nouns. Also with store. If I say store, you don't know exactly what store I'm talking about. It could be any store. So it's not specific. And then with our proper nouns, I bet you can guess that they are specific. It is the name of a noun. They are important. So you need to have their name. And also, you need to have a capital letter with it. So, Miss Gassman, that's my name. So it needs to have capital letters, and it is a proper noun. Then we could think about Walmart. That is the name of a store. So that has a capital letter, and that is a proper noun. And then Honda, that is a specific car. That is a type of car. If I just say car, well, you don't know what car I'm talking about. But if I say that blue Honda, you know that I'm talking about a specific type of car. So on the right side, I have some examples of nouns really quickly. Person. We could say scholar, teacher, doctor, Miss Lyles, Miss McCord, Mr. Banks. Oops, not Ace Prep. That is a place. I'm super silly. But those are a mix of also improper and proper nouns. We have both those specific per people and not specific, like scholar. You don't know exactly what scholar I'm talking about because I didn't say their name. Then we have place. So Target, Kroger, McDonald's, school, bookstore, home. And then we have thing, animals, desk, markers, books, computers. I bet we are totally remembering all of this now. So that was nouns. Now this is verbs. Verbs are easy. For a word to be a verb, or for you to discover a verb, it has to be an action word. If it's an action word, that means it's something that you can do. I could see you do it. I could do it myself. It's an action word. So jump, run, swim, walk, drive, write, sing, type, talk, shout, yell, sleep. Those are all action words. Those are all something that you could do. And it's also something that you could see somebody else do. I can see somebody jump. I can see somebody run. That is a verb. So for your homework tonight, you are going to write at least 3 sentences. You could definitely do more than that if you'd like to. So probably 3 to 5, but at least 3. And you can look at this list of nouns and verbs, and you are going to pick one noun and one verb for each sentence you are going to write. If you want to use a different noun or a different verb that's not on this page, that's okay, but make sure you remember that it has to be a noun and a verb. So for example, for my first sentence, I'm going to look at my nouns and I see book. I see book. So that is my noun. I'm going to go over to verb. What would make sense with the noun verb? Well, read. So I am going to combine that noun, book, and that verb, read, to make a sentence. And I'm going to write that sentence. So I might say, I can read scary books. I can read scary books. Or maybe I like to read funny books. I can make up whatever sentence I want. It just has to have one of those nouns and one of those verbs. So that's an example of one sentence. Then, because remember I said you have to have 3, I'm going to go back again and find another noun and another verb. So maybe I'll find school on my nouns and then work down here on my verbs. And I would combine school and work to make my next sentence. So maybe I would say, I work at a school. That would be my sentence. Again, you do not have to use a noun and verb on this page if you have something else, if you have a different noun or different verb that you want to use. But remember to at least have 3 sentences with your nouns and verbs, and please make sure that you have your capital letters, your end marks, and your finger spaces. I'm very excited to see your work.